as of January 26, 2009, was authorized to approve the opening of the account. And then still further, the fifth column says date closed, April 16, 2009, and then there is a signature below the printed words, approved by, parenthesis, officer's full signature, and there is a signature here. These are all peso accounts. All we're asking is identify who are these officers in both peso account 7358 and peso account 9593. Who are these officers who authorized the approval and the closure of this account in the bank, and their specimen signatures. That's all. It's peso account, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
We ask for a ruling of the chair.
Your Honor, with all due respect, may I be allowed to address this court? Because, Your Honor, if we're going to look at the signature, and if they're not the same with those beside the foreign currency account, then, because, Your Honor, there's a possibility. I'm not familiar with the document because I have not really looked at it. But if the signatures beside the foreign currency accounts are the same with those beside, but of course, Your Honor, then that would be like also covered by the TRO, Your Honor.
We will come to that when the Supreme Court shall have decided the case. In the meantime, the chair will authorize the identification of the signatures opposite all local currency accounts. But in order to comply substantially with the TRO of the Supreme Court dealing with foreign currency accounts, the witness is allowed to cover the signatures opposite those foreign currency accounts. Ordered. Did you understand the ruling of the chair, Madam Witness?
We will compare and identify the signatures.
Did you understand the ruling of the chair?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Very clear.
May I just repeat it?
Cover the signature opposite the foreign currency accounts,
Okay.
but identify the signatures opposite the local currency accounts.
May I just clarify, Your Honor?
Yes?
I will be the one to identify, Your Honor.
If you know the signature. If not, I say so that I cannot identify because I do not know whose signature that is.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Wait a minute, please. I'm just clarifying the point. I'm clarifying the point.
Yes.
Madam Witness,
Yes.
did you understand the order of the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The gentleman from Pampanga.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, my understanding is this witness was not part of the bank in 2008 and 2009. And so she cannot be the resource person to testify as to the authenticity of the document, because that's what the witness
That is why the
asked.
court, Your Honor, said, answer if you know, identify if you know. If you do not know the signature, common sense will tell us, as lawyers, that she cannot identify. She's incompetent to identify.
Yes, but my understanding, Mr. President, is that Senator Drilon wants the verification by the bank of the signatures. That is my understanding. I'm sorry if I'm confused, Mr. President, but
Mr. President, may I respond?
Yes.
Mr. President, we just asked the witness, and so ordered by the court, number one, to identify who these officers are on the peso time deposit. Number two,
May I clarify so that it's clear to everybody? the gentleman from Iloilo is asking this witness, this particular female witness, to identify the signatures.
No, Your Honor. That's what I'm saying. First, to identify the name of the officer.
All right. The
But
name of the officer.
Yes.
If she knows.
If she knows, because there are records of the bank which will show as to who are the approving officers on the specific dates we have mentioned. So it's based on the records of the bank. Who were the officers?
All right.
Now,
So the order of this court is modified accordingly.
yes, who are the officers? Second, bring specimen signatures of these officers appearing in the bank's records.
If she knows.
If she knows, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. A third point, Your Honor, apart from these documents that I just mentioned, there are other peso accounts appearing in Annex A. And this is peso account 089121020 122. This is a peso account. Again, there is a signature appearing across that peso account as the approving officer on, I think this is May or March 4, 2010. Can she also identify who is the approving officer and bring the specimen signature of this approving officer? And also another peso account 0891-210-21681. It was the opening was done on September 1, 2010 with an opening balance of 7,090,099 pesos and 45 centavos. Again, there is a signature appearing across this account number. So we are also asking that the officer, that the witness identify the officer authorized in the branch to approve the opening of the account and this specimen signature.
Do you understand what the court wants, Madam Witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Comply with it. So ordered. So, what's the pleasure of the defense counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. With the kind indulgence of the Honorable Court, Your Honor, there are matters brought out in the examination made by the Honorable Senator Judge, Your Honor, whether it is clarificatory or cross-examination. My worry is this, Your Honor. Who is going to offer this as evidence, Your Honor?
This will be for the information of the court.
Yes, Your Honor, but they are evidence, Your Honor. There will be a time when we now go into the process of offering, Your Honor. So we will be objecting. Are we precluded from objecting, Your Honor, simply because these questions were brought about by the Honorable Member of this Court?
I cannot make a ruling at this point. Just state your concern, and we will take it up in a caucus and decide.
My apprehension is this, with the kind indulgence of the Court, Your Honor. We will not end here merely with the examination, Your Honor. If the Court will go with me, we go further. And unless these documents are offered, they will not be considered as evidence. Now, who is going to offer them? Since these are not evidences, or these are not documents brought about by the questioning, direct or by any of the parties, neither the prosecution, much less the defense, Your Honor. Now, if they stand only as parcels or pieces of papers, Your Honor, then we will be practically, I am sorry to state, we are practically wasting the time of this Court, Your Honor. Assuming that matters were brought out, but will they form part of the evidence, Your Honor? If not offered formally, they shall not be considered as evidence in the case. That is my apprehension, Your Honor. And since we cannot object, we wanted to object, Your Honor, but we are precluded by the rules of this impeachment court, which we have time and honored. We have time and again honored, Your Honor, and respected. That is our apprehension, Your Honor. We do not want to bring this matter out at the time when they are already presented in evidence. Because The first issue, Your Honor, is the scope of the subpoena. As we have made it clear, we were objecting to the issuance of the subpoena, but they were produced, Your Honor. Now, that is only part of the process in dealing with documentary evidence. Yes, Your Honor. I hope everybody will agree with me that the next part is, aside from identification and marking, they will be offered. So my question now, or my clarificatory question, is very, very pertinent. Who is going to offer it? There is no statement on the part of the prosecution that this form part of their evidence, Your Honor. And there is not even any statement on the part of any member of this court that they will be offered as part of the evidence for the court, Your Honor. Because
Anyway,
that is my, I hope you pardon me, Your Honor. I'm just,
you are free to make your manifestation. I will understand that because you are the defense counsel. You, as far as this presiding officer is concerned, within the bounds of existing rules of evidence and the laws, you are entitled to protect the interest of your client.
thank you, Your Honor.
But before I respond to you, I will recognize the gentleman from Cavite.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. My question is addressed to the Defense Counsel and also to the Presiding Officer. My question is, in a criminal proceeding, is the trial court judge precluded from asking clarificatory questions?
The answer is no, definitely, Your Honor.
So we're allowed.
But the extent of the cross-examination, the extent of the questioning must not be construed by either parties as favoring a party litigant.
That's beside the point. With due respect,
because your question
Cuevas.
is this: is
Is
the
a
judge
trial-
precluded? My answer is no.
No.
But if the questioning goes further than clarificatory, then a doubt may enter into the scene, and that is the non-neutrality of the judge. And
I'm
that
not
may
yet-
amount to a mistrial. Your
I'm
Honor,
not yet
please.
into that with all due respect, because my next question would be, how would the evidence elicited from the questionings of a trial court judge treated or admitted as